The final 4 weeks in the NFL regular season kicks off tonight with Dallas visiting Chicago. You remember last year when the Bears and the Cowboys played. Chicago minus Jay Cutler with McCown at quarterback rolled big time in last year's meeting, winning that game easily, crushing the Cowboys 45-28. Can they do it again tonight? Well, guys, I'm going to break down that game for you and also take a look and give you complimentary plays in college basketball on a big showdown between West Virginia and LSU and Morgantown, and in college football in your nationally televised game in the AAC between Central Florida and East Carolina and Greenville, North Carolina. Hi, everyone. Al DeMarco here, general manager of the world's largest online sports handicapping website in the world, and that, of course, is VegasSportsAdvisors.com. And each and every day, I bring you my gambling insight, my betting advice, and my free selections, all backed by in-depth analysis, which you can also get over at VegasSportsAdvisors.com with my daily video report. With that being said, let's get to it and let's talk about this game between the Bears and the Cowboys tonight. You know, I'm looking at the total in this game and it's sitting right around 51 points, and I am shocked. I am shocked that it's not at least 55 points because I think these two teams, it's going to be a barn burner tonight, and I think they combine for well over 60 points. What has changed from last year to this year when these two teams have met? Again, last year it was a 45-28 final. Jay Cutler, no matter what you may think, is a better quarterback than McCown for the Bears, okay? The key for Cutler is when he's not under pressure. When he was sacked just once by the 49ers in San Francisco earlier this season, he threw 4 touchdown passes. When the Minnesota Vikings left him untouched, he had 3 touchdown passes. You put the pressure on Cutler, and he makes those stupid mistakes, okay? Cowboys don't get much pressure. Cowboys are not a very good pass rushing team. In fact, I think they only have 21 quarterback sacks so far this season. So Cutler also has the advantage with the receivers. He's got the big guys out there. And the Cowboys secondary hasn't changed a bit from last year. The same guys that got burned last season are back there again for the Cowboys defending. And the Cowboys are even shorter on defense when you consider that Sean Lee last year was their best linebacker in terms of dropping back to defend the pass. And he, of course, is no longer there. So I think the Bears are going to be able to put points on the board in the air. And I also think the Bears are going to be able to run the ball effectively against a Cowboys defense that was shredded by LaShawn McCoy and the Eagles on Thanksgiving Day. Remember, Matt Forte is well rested on Thanksgiving. They only gave him the ball 5 times against the Lions. Now, at the same time, what is different for Dallas this go-round? Well, the Cowboys have an offense. More importantly, they have a run game. They have DeMarco Murray. He is going to be able to put Tony Romo in advantageous positions. Romo is healthy. He's coming off a bad game against the Eagles on Thanksgiving. But remember, this Bears defense is ranked 30th in the league, allowing opposing quarterbacks to complete 65.6% of their passes. And they have been scorched for a league high. Their secondary has been scorched for a league high 27 touchdown passes already this season. Heck, Matt Stafford, 390 yards. The Lions, 474 net yards on Thanksgiving as they overcame a double-digit early first-quarter deficit to the Bears and rolled to the win. So I think the Cowboys, with Romo, with Murray, with Dez Bryant, are going to be able to put their own share of points on the board, and that's why I think the total is a great free play on the over. College football, your nationally advertised game tonight. You have East Carolina at home laying 7 against Central Florida. Listen, this Central Florida team has certainly played well, rebounding from 2 straight losses to open the season when they fell in Dublin, Ireland on a last-second field goal to Penn State, and then the following week got shredded in Columbia against Missouri. But this is also a Connecticut team that inexcusably lost at Connecticut. How does Central Florida lose at Connecticut? I can tell you why. Their quarterback, Justin Holman, threw 4 interceptions in that game. And when it comes down to the quarterback battle tonight, I have to have my money and my pick on East Carolina's Shane Carden, who enters this game having thrown for over 2,900 yards, 25 touchdowns, 6 interceptions, has one of the best receivers in the country, a fellow senior playing in his final regular season home game, that being, of course, Justin Hardy, 2 catches shy of 100 on the season. Just a couple of yards shy of 1,200 receiving yards on the season. I think it's going to be a pitch and catch for East Carolina tonight, and I think they're going to take care of business against the Central Florida secondary and defense. Although ranked number 4 in the nation in total defense, they have not faced any type of potent passing attack like East Carolina will show tonight. Now, granted, I know the Pirates, you can dictate the stats, and I can tell you too, they're 1-6 against the spread in their last 7, but remember, the odds makers have been repeatedly asking them to cover big numbers. This is a manageable price at home. I think the seniors, 19 of them on East Carolina's squad, go out with the 10-point win here tonight. Finally, in college basketball, you have West Virginia at home against LSU. West Virginia, 7-0 start. Every single win by double digits, idle since Saturday. Meanwhile, LSU coming off a big revenge home win in Baton Rouge on Tuesday night. Short turnaround for the Tigers. It's not like they have a lot of direct flights, from Baton Rouge to Morgantown, Virginia, okay? West Virginia. LSU did get that win 82-60 against UMass the other night, but the Minutemen played right into LSU's hands because the Minutemen played up-tempo. That's what LSU wants to do. Consequently, their point guard, Josh Gray, had a career-high 25 points in that particular game. But this is still the same LSU team that a week ago in the Virgin Islands Paradise Jam lost to Old Dominion by 9, lost to Clemson by 3. They should have beaten both of those teams. Again, you have a West Virginia team that doesn't have the physical size, could get out-rebounded, but a West Virginia team that plays great defense. And that is the difference between Bob Huggins' team this year and a year ago. This team plays end-to-end defense. They create havoc on the floor. And that full court pressure has resulted in their opponents averaging 23 turnovers a game, and with West Virginia coming up with nearly 14 steals a game. They also have a very deep bench. And I think ultimately this road-weary LSU team will wilt in the second half when West Virginia's depth and defensive pressure takes over, and that will allow West Virginia to pull away in the second half late for the cover in the game. So West Virginia in college basketball is the home chalk. East Carolina is the home chalk in college football. And the Cowboys game to go over the total in Chicago. Those are your 3 free selections. Remember, guys, if you want to get the best bets of all 10 handicappers over at VegasSportsAdvisors.com, you can get them today for free simply by trying the 1-day free all-access pass. It's over $1,000 worth of action, absolutely free, no strings attached. And free does mean free. And I do that because what better way for me to prove that I've assembled the best group of handicappers that can win on a consistent basis and make you money over the course of the year than proving it to you by giving you all their plays for free, giving you a taste of the action, asking you for nothing up front. So check it out, the 1-day free all-access pass over on VegasSportsAdvisors.com. And until Friday, good luck, everyone.